שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, שבת אחים גם יחד, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to Bet David. Lovely to see people filtering back into the synagogue after the holidays. Tonight, the candles will be lit. We've got an honoured guest, Marilyn Wallach from the UK. She is the wife of the late Rabbi Charles Wallach, who I'm sure many of you will remember. And she's going to light the candles for us, page 118.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's okay.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Do I have to do this?
Yeah.
Because I don't do any waving.
No, okay, don't do it.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. I'll help you there. Shabbat Shalom. Right, and as is my little custom, just before we jump into the service proper, I have a little mini drosh that was sent to me via WhatsApp. Parshat Vayechi. This parsha is the last of the book of Genesis. The book ends with Joseph having settled his father and brothers and their families in Egypt. Following the death of their father, the brothers fear that Joseph, now in a position of power, will seek revenge for their having sold him into slavery in his youth. Joseph reassures them that it is neither his duty to punish or his desire to seek retribution, answering Cain's question, "Am I my brother's keeper?" with an emphatic yes. We are all responsible for one another, and when given the power to affect the lives of others, must use it for good. Shabbat Shalom, and may our hostages be freed. And we will continue on page 130 with the choir. Page 131. Shiru Adonai Shir Chadash. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai baruch shmo, basru miyom layom yeshuato, sapru v'goyim kavodo, v'chol ha'amim niflotav. I'm jumping to page 132. For the Eternal One is great and much acclaimed. God is held in awe by all divine beings. All the gods of the people are mere idols, but the Eternal One made the heavens. Glory and majesty are before God. Strength and splendor are in God's temple. Please read the indented section with me. Let the heavens rejoice and the earth exult. Let the sea and all within it thunder. The fields and everything in them exult. Then shall all the trees of the forest shout for joy at the presence of the Eternal One. For God is coming to rule the earth. God will rule the world justly and its peoples in faithfulness. Page 134. Raise a shout to God, all the earth. Break into joyous songs of praise. Sing praise to God with the lyre and melodious song. With trumpets and the blast of the horn, raise a shout before God, the ruler. Let the sea and all within it thunder, the world and its inhabitants. Let the rivers clap their hands, the mountains sing joyously together at the presence of the Eternal One. For God is coming to rule the earth. God will rule the world justly and its peoples with equity. Page 135. Adonai malach yigzu amim, yeshev keruvim tanut haaretz, Adonai b'tzion gadol, v'ramhu al kol ha'amim, yodu shimcha gadol v'nora, kadosh hu. V'oz melech mishpat hahev, ata konanta mesharim, mishpat utzdeka b'Yaakov ata asita. Exalt the Eternal our God, and bow toward God's holy hill, for the Eternal our God is holy. And we're going to turn now to page 138, and the choir will sing Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai yalalai yalalai, play Shabbat lekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai yalalai yalalai, play Shabbat lekabela. Shamor v'sachor b'dibur echad, hishmihanu elav meyuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad, v'shemu tiferet v'elitila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai yalalai yalalai, b'nei Shabbat lekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai yalalai yalalai, b'nei Shabbat lekabela. Likrat Shabbat lekhu v'nelcha, ki makor haberacha. Merosh mikedem nesucha, sof maaseh b'machshavat kila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai yalalai yalalai, b'nei Shabbat lekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai yalalai yalalai, b'nei Shabbat lekabela. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kivore kumi ori, 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 shidaberi, kavod Adonai alaik nigla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai yalalai yalalai, b'nei Shabbat lekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai yalalai yalalai, b'nei Shabbat lekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'v'tzola, toch emonei am segula, boi chala, boi chala. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai yalalai yalalai, b'nei Shabbat lekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai yalalai yalalai, b'nei Shabbat
And before we sit down, let's also do our usual custom, walk around, let's greet each other as we have greeted the Sabbath bride. Just take a few moments. Take their seats, please. We'd like to continue the service, and I'm going to be reading from page 140. Mitzmor shir leyom HaShabbat, tov lehodot la'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, lahagid baboker chasdecha, ve'emunatcha b'leilot, alei asor ve'alei navel, alei higiyon b'chinor, ki simchatani Adonai b'folecha, b'maaseh yadecha ranein. מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. איש פעל לא ידע, וכסיל לא יבין את זאת.
Through
finished the section of Kabbalat Shabbat and we're entering the Shema. Please rise. We've got this pause between the sections, and that, of course, is filled by the Chatzi Kaddish. And if you will, this evening, recite it with me. Page 144. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'omad yivrach ruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayeh dechol Beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mavorach le'olam ul'omei umaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yithada v'yithale v'yithalal shmei dekudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechemata. Damiran b'oma v'imru. Amen. We'll continue on page 146. Please be seated. And I'm going to start on page 148 and carry on 149. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma potech she'arim. This is an hour of change. Within it, we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is an hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Page 151. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. And please rise, page 152, we've come to the Shema. page 154. If you'd like to read the Hebrew together with me, you're welcome. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol lavavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol ma'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shiftecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shofbecha uv'komecha uv'kshatam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uv'tatam al mezuzot beitecha uv'visharecha v'yomer Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el bnei Yisrael v'amata alehem v'yasu lahem tzitzit al kanfei vigdehem ledorotam v'natnu al tzitzit hakanaf patil techelet v'haya lachem letzitzit uritem oto uschatem et kol mitzvot Adonai v'asitem otam v'lo taturu acharei levavchem v'acharei anechem asher atem zonim achareihem Laman tiskaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem emet. Please be seated. Page 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. ונאמר, כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing, for you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. God, our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. Page 162 at the bottom. Those who keep Shabbat by calling it a delight will rejoice in your realm. The people that hallows Shabbat will delight in your goodness. For, being pleased with the seventh day, you hallowed it as the most precious of days, drawing our attention to the work of creation. And we've come now to the central pillar, if you like, of our service, which is the tefillah, page 164. Please rise.
Adonai, sefatai tiftach, ufi agitei latech. Adonai, sefatai tiftach, ufi agitei latech. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elokei avoteinu, Elohei Matenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarai, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Gadol Gibor חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם
Page 168. Ata gibor leolam Adonai, mechaye akol ata rav lehoshia, mashiv haruach umorid hageshem, mazriach hashemesh umorid hatal, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechaye hakol barachamim rabim, somech noflim berofei cholim umatir asurim, umkayem emunato lishenei afar. Mi chamocha ba'al gevurot, umi dome lach, melech memit umchaye umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman ata lahachayot hakol, baruch ata Adonai, machaye hakol. Page 170. Ata kadosh, v'shimcha kadosh, ukdoshim b'chol yom halelucha sela, baruch ata Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Page 172. Ata kidashta et yom hashvi'i lishmecha, tachlit maaseh shemayim va'aretz, uverachto mikol hayamim v'kidashto mikol hazmanim, v'chein katuv b'toratecha. Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu, rotsevim nuchatenu, katshenu b'mitzvotecha v'ten chelkenu v'toratecha, sabenu mituvecha v'samchenu b'shuatecha, v'tahe libenu liovdecha be'emet. V'hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu be'avav ratzon Shabbat kodshecha ve'anu chuva Yisrael makadshei shmecha baruch ata Adonai makadesh haShabbat. Page 174. Find favor, eternal our God, with your people Israel, and accept their prayer in love. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants. Pour out your Spirit upon us. ותחזינה עינינו בשובך לציון ברחמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, המחזיר שכינתו לציון. Page 176. מודים אנחנו לך, שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו לעולם ועד. צור חיינו, מגן ישנו, אתה הוא לדור ודור. נודה לך ונספר תהילתך, על חיינו המסורים בידיך, ועל נשמותינו הפקודות לך, ועל ניסיך שבכל יום עמנו, ועל נפלותיך וטובותיך שבכל עת, ערב ובוקר וצהריים. הטוב, כי לא חלו רחמך, והמרחם, כי לא תמו חסדיך, מעולם קיווינו לך.
ועל כולם, ועל כולם, יתברך ויתרומם, יתברך ויתרומם, שמך מלכנו תמיד לעולם ועד. וכל החיות נועדו חסדו, ויהללו את שמך באמת, האל ישועתנו ועזרתנו, עזרתנו, סלע. ועל כולם, ועל כולם, יתברך ויתרומם, יתברך ויתרומם, שמך מלכנו תמיד לעולם ועד.
ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך ולך נאה להודות. We come now to the prayer for peace on page 178. And as I say every week, we cannot have enough peace. We need peace in the world. So please read with me, page 178 in English. Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people, forever. For you are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment with your peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamvarech et amo Yisrael, bashalom. Please be seated and please take a few moments for your own silent thoughts and meditations. You can think of what's happened in the past week, how you felt about things, how you respond, and how you want to see your week pan out next week. next week, we come to the end of the book of Genesis. And the opening word of this parasha is Vayechi, which means, and he lived. However, this Torah portion tells us about a lot of deaths. We get the death of Jacob, of Rachel, Joseph, and we also are told about the burial of the earlier patriarchs and their wives. In the beginning of the parsha, the Torah describes two different but connected visits that Joseph has with his aging father, Jacob. In the first, Jacob called Joseph to his bedside and asked him to swear that he will bury Jacob in Israel and not in Egypt. He says, "Do not bury me now in Egypt. I will lie with my forefathers, and you shall carry me out of Egypt, and you shall bury me in their grave." Joseph says, "I will do as you say." In the second encounter, when Joseph heard that Jacob was ill, he brought his sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, to see Jacob. Jacob takes this opportunity to bless his grandsons, beginning by praising God for fulfilling the promise he made to Jacob that he would grow into a strong nation and inherit the land of Israel. Jacob blessed Manasseh and Ephraim to be equal to the sons of Jacob in terms of inheritance of the land of Israel. So in other words, rather than having one portion of land called Joseph, there would be two portions, one for Ephraim and one for Manasseh. But before Jacob continues with their blessing, he reminds Joseph that he had not buried his mother Rachel in the tomb of the patriarchs in Hebron, but he'd buried her along the way upon entering Israel. Is there any significance to this at all? Rashi says that from her very grave on the outskirts of the land, Rachel will be of comfort to her children during times of exile. He refers to a reference from Jeremiah, and I quote, "A voice is heard on high, lamentation, bitter weeping. Rachel is weeping for her children, and the Holy One, blessed be he, answers her. There is a reward for your work, says the Eternal, and the children shall return to their own border." Later commentators have pointed out that Rachel explicitly desired to be buried on the way and not in the tomb of the patriarchs, because she said that in the future she knew that the Jews would pass on this route as they were exiled by the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar. And as her children would pass by her tomb, she would be in a position to beg for their mercy and to exact a promise from God for the future redemption. In other words, Rachel was in a position to say, "Bring them home." But what could make Rachel's prayers more acceptable than the prayers of other righteous people? The Midrash ascribes these words to her, and I'm quoting, "God in heaven, I was willing to give up the opportunity to marry the righteous Jacob in order to spare my sister's shame. Can you not have enough compassion for your people to put aside your own will and forgive them? I thought about my sister first. Please think of your children and pardon them. Promise me that you will bring them back home from exile." And God agreed. This is the lesson that Jacob transmitted to his son Joseph. Jacob did not want Joseph to think that he couldn't be bothered to give Rachel a proper burial. And last week, if you remember, I talked about reframing a narrative in order to give it purpose and make sense for us. So this week's narrative can be reframed by reminding ourselves that this place of burial was indeed Rachel's choice. This was her desired location for eternal rest. So, what is the result of her decision? And this is where the connection between the explanation of Jacob and the double blessing to Joseph's sons becomes clear. Jacob was really telling Joseph something very meaningful. Ephraim and Manasseh will have portions in the land of Israel equal to their 11 uncles, not because they are most deserving, although they probably are, but because of the merit of the selfless deeds of their grandmother Rachel. Her actions so many years ago, her willingness to give up her share in the eternal resting place in the tomb of the patriarchs in order to offer solace to her descendants, allowed Joseph's sons the honor of full tribal rights. Importantly, in this parsha, Jacob informs Joseph that all future generations will use Ephraim and Manasseh as a paradigmatic blessing. And they will say, as we will say a little bit later, may God make you like Ephraim and Manasseh. And that's, of course, how parents bless their sons on a Friday night, and we, of course, in this shul, bless the daughters as well. And by so doing, we forever continue the link of the eternal Jewish people. Shabbat Shalom. We come now to the Aleinu, and I've got an ark opener in the form of John Britton, and ark closer is Brad Britton. If you'll please come up. Please rise on page 587. Let us now praise the Sovereign of the universe and proclaim the greatness of the Creator, whose unity we are charged to declare, whose realm it is our purpose to uphold. Therefore, we bow in awe and thanksgiving before the one who is sovereign over all, the Holy and Blessed One. Page 588. For you spread out the heavens and established the earth. Your majestic abode is in the heavens above, and your mighty presence is in the loftiest heights. You are our God, and there is none else. In truth, you are our sovereign without compare, as is written in your Torah. Know then this day, and take it to heart, that the Eternal One is God in the heavens above, and on the earth below. There is none else. Therefore, Eternal God, we hope soon to behold the perfection of our world, guided by a sacred covenant drawn from human and divine nature. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai v'melech al kol ha'aretz. V'yom ha'hu yeh Adonai echad v'shmo echad. Please remain standing. And the choir will join us on page 595 with Yesh Kochavim.
יש כוכבים של רמה היא ארצה, רק כאשר הם עצמם עבדו ונם. יש אנשים שזיו זכרם מאיר, כאשר הם עצמם
We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. And this week we remember from Bet David, David Kotzen, father of Morris Kotzen, Issy Berman, father of Dr. Les Berman, Rosalind Katz, mother of Michael Lipman, Herbert David Schrager, father of Phyllis Seligman, Eliev Telem, grandfather of Brendan Smith, Faye Fanny Frieda Yates, mother-in-law of Adrian Yates, and Dolly Jankelowitz, mother of Mike Jankelowitz. From Bet Menorah in Pretoria, we remember Raphael Ralph Salinger, father of Tamar Cassidy, and Susie Karp, mother-in-law of Merle Karp. And those who passed away recently, my cousin Marcia Saul, Avi Modlin, husband of Marion, father-in-law of Mara and grandfather of Joshua and Zoe, and remembered by Bet David, Storm Lipman, mourned by Doron and Gia and the Lipman family, and Carmel Bergman, mourned by Glynis Kennard. If anybody has a name they'd like to call out, please do so now, and I'll start at this side. We also remember those who've lost their lives in wars and those who have no one to remember them. And the Mourners Kaddish, please recite with me on page 598. Yet Gadal v'yet Kadash Shemei Rabbah, be'oma divra cherutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman karib v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mavarach le'olam ul'omei umaya. Yet barach v'yishtabach v'yet pa'ah v'yet romam v'yet naseh. V'yet hada v'yet haleh v'yet halal Shmei dekudsha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechemata. Da'amiran b'uma v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah min shmaya. V'chayim malenu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Alenu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. Please be seated. There's no announcement. Anyway, thank you to everybody who's attended Shul tonight, in person and online. Thank you to my choir and my musicians and to my technical desk. And my choir is going to find the announcement. Okay.
Cheder starts next Saturday, tomorrow.
Cheder starts tomorrow morning. Next Saturday. And tomorrow morning the service is at 9:30. Ian will be leading the service. After the service this evening, we've got a brocha. Glynis, am I allowed to say who's got a birthday today? Okay, one is Doron Kennard. So, and Rich. Oh, wonderful. And so please look in the Adkan. You'll see all the announcements there and all the upcoming events, including, I know there's going to be a Horon Havdalah next Saturday evening. We're going to conclude the service with the singing of Shalom Aleichem on page 627.
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Bimelech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Bimelech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. השרת, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ברכוני לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שלום עליכם, שלום עליכם, מלאכי השרת, מלאכי